Today in the crypto space, we see the market taking a bit of a dip, Bitcoin down approximately 3%, Ethereum kind of holding sideways, while the rest of the crypto space, the altcoins, are coming down just a bit. We have Polkadot, Altcoin, ICP, and many others coming down to those lower levels. In today's video, I want to talk about the general market. I want to use Bitcoin as a leading indicator, but more importantly, I want to talk about one project that is looking for that bounce, and that project is called Joystream. So you know what? Let's talk about the news, let's analyze the charts, and let's strategize to capitalize. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike, and let's get right into it, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. On the channel, we talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the altcoins, looking for opportunities. Whether we go up or down, bearish or bullish, it doesn't matter. All we want to do is stay one step ahead of the market so that we can capitalize on any of the volatility. And if you appreciate the strategy, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, including the live streams at 7:30 Eastern, where we talk about crypto news and price action. Guys, if you have any projects you want me to cover here on the channel, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. You can hit me up on the socials. The links are in the description. Better yet, guys, join the Discord. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. The best part is it's absolutely free. All right, guys, let's begin. Let's see what's going on with this general market. Of course, we see the market cap taking a bit of a dip, down approximately 2.6%. The overall trading volume is at a standstill, kind of going sideways here. Does it get a bit of a bounce and maybe get another leg to the upside with regards to total market cap? It would be nice to see some more capital flow into the crypto space. Bitcoin kind of taking a dip, but Ethereum holding up very, very nicely. It's still up 1.2% for the day in the last 24 hours, so that's pretty good, while the rest of the altcoins are pretty much taking a dip, taking a break. And I believe that the Ethereum narrative is definitely holding up the Ethereum price, while the rest of the altcoins, are following Bitcoin, pretty much coming down. You can see that as we kind of, scroll through the market, we can see that they're pretty much down, I would say 3 to 5%, give or take so far, as you can see. However, a lot of them are not breaking structure. A lot of them are not making lower lows. Of course, Tron is, coming down pretty hard, but reality is not that bad. It's been doing pretty good in the last little while, so it did roll over and it's taking a bit of a nosedive, but nothing major. Near protocol, bullish on Near protocol. However, right now it's breaking below the range, right? We've been going sideways for the last little while. Now break below the range and down 3.5%. Could this be a buy opportunity? We have Fed AI also retracing down 10%. ICP making a lower low, breaking structure to the downside after a double top type of scenario. So that's something to consider. But everything Ethereum right now is still looking really good. Ethereum Classic, Wrapped ETH, anything Ethereum, even Render's dipping down 11% to the downside. H-bar, a little bit of a dip. So the market's definitely given us opportunity. However, guys, it could be this becomes just a short-term retracement, a short-term dip to the downside, giving us an opportunity to scale in. Look at stacks following the Bitcoin narrative. We have Optimism is still kind of going sideways. It's only down 1%, while Ethereum goes sideways. Arweave dipping down 10%, guys. These are opportunities. We're into those double-digit dips. Sui coming down 5%, 8% for Theta, Phantom 5%. So you can see that we're getting few dips. In fact, I said the average was at about 3 to 5. I would say even a little bit higher now. Give or take about 5% to the downside, give or take depending on the project you're looking at. Algorand dipping down sideways here and there on Athena, not bad. We have BTT dipping down, tokenized exchange TKX doing okay, going sideways at least. Ronan's doing great, 2.5% to the upside. That's pretty awesome. But then again, if you look at the rest of the market, dips. Some of them holding structure, some of them not, like WorldCoin, WLD making a lower low, not a good look. But that's the name of the game, guys. Sometimes, they hold structure, sometimes they don't. But really what we should be doing is looking at Bitcoin as a leading indicator, because if Bitcoin keeps on falling, expect the altcoins to fall as well, and maybe Ethereum, maybe not as much, given the fact that the ETF bullishness is still lingering and potentially a great catalyst for the altcoin and the altcoin season and the bullishness for the market in general altogether. All right, guys, so today I know we're going to be taking a look at charts. I want to take a look at Joystream. Of course, we'll be talking about some bullishness out of a Joystream, but let's begin by taking a look at Bitcoin. What's going on with the charts? Let's take a look. Bitcoin is doing good. At the end of the day, still okay, still within structure, nothing really to worry about. I did identify this little horizontal. You know what? Let me thicken it up. This horizontal right here is very, very important. And you can see that we dipped below and bounced right above it. Now, if we hold, we stay above it. We close candles, closing daily candles above it. We have another 4 or 5 hours left to close that daily candle. If we close above that horizontal, still bullish, still good. In fact, even if we stay within the structure, it is super bullish. Let's get into this in a little bit more detail. The reality is we're still in a structure that represents a bull flag. We could come down. We could come all the way back down to about 61K, even lower, you know, testing these lows, and we still remain bullish, in my opinion, above the 60,800, 60,000, even $500 level. This low right here is important. If we stay above this low right around here, guys, I have to remain bullish. That's the reality. So in the short term, I'm hoping this high holds up. I'm hoping that we hold up this point of control, because if you kind of look at what's happening here with this price action and we kind of zoom in a little bit, you can see that within this consolidation, within this overall structure and all this volume, we are currently right at a point of control, $66,890 more or less. This is where we need to hold that support. So this is not a bad time to expect a bit of a bull flag. It would be pretty awesome to see some sideways price action here for Bitcoin. Why? Because it would give altcoins an opportunity to run. People will be distributing, people will be taking a bit of profit on here because it could be a sign of weakness, and maybe start looking for good buy the dip opportunities with healthy risk to reward ratios, right? That's what we're going to be looking at in the next little while. Just understand that volatility and momentum at the current moment is slightly rolling over. You can see the volatility is pushing down. Momentum is also pushing down. However, the push to the downside could be short-lived, given the fact that we are on an upwards trend. Now we're touching the 200, the EMA, the moving average, here, the yellow line, we're touching that moving average, which means that we've came back to the mean reversion, you know, that mean or right there pretty much. Now volatility could keep on dropping, but we can see an expansion to the upside, you know, pretty much growing here. And the question is, do we continue to the upside? Eventually, I would say that, especially once we see the orange line fully reset to oversold states, and then we can start longing again to the upside, and longing the momentum to the upside, longing the volatility to the upside, and longing the expansion, the green expansion to the upside as well. And that's when I would be willing to take a bit of risk to the upside, of course. All right, guys, let's take a look at today's project. I want to take a look at Joystream. Of course, guys, I'm an ambassador of the Joystream program. I am obviously have a channel on Joystream. I'm bullish on the Joystream project, no doubt. However, guys, we have to understand that right now, Joystream is in an area where we might want to take, you know, strategic risk. It's all about strategic calculated risk. Up until now, I've been very, very hesitant. And if you noticed, I haven't really been covering Joystream in that amount of detail. Why? Because ultimately, we've been making such lower lows that the trend is very clear to the downside. And as we hit critical levels, we have to start assessing whether this could be a level where we get a reversal, and it's starting to look really, really good. But before we do that, I just want to make it aware that ultimately some projects, they do get bullish responses based on catalysts, and the most important catalyst right now for Joy is the fact that it's now getting listed on CoinEx, which is pretty bullish overall, because now we have more liquidity for the retail investor getting in and out of the markets. We have volume, an extra outlet of volume, which is great, and exposure to the retail market. So this is a very bullish thing. So we should see some extra volume, some extra market participation into the Joystream project, and the coin being bought up across multiple platforms is really what we're looking for. So exchange listings are very bullish. All right, so let's go back to the price action. Now you can see that it's been coming down and made a fat lower low right here. Of course, it broke the structure by making that lower low. Now we're at horizontals again, and you guys know how much I value horizontals, but I do have to anticipate that diagonals are also a level that we need to watch out for. This right here, let's extend this further, let's reuse some of this and understand that, okay, maybe that's important, maybe not, let's remove it. And then we start looking at the resistance, the diagonal resistance. We also have the 200 daily that's acting as resistance right here. We also have a lot of price action right in here, a lot of emotional individuals. Guys, I'm going to remove this because this is no longer a volume gap. We closed that volume gap with all this consolidation right here, so I'm glad to be updating this chart. so that we can, you know, find a bit of confluence here with a bit of certainty would be great. Now, this volume gap is interesting. Why? Because we start to get in very critical zones here. We're at the bottoms. These bottoms need to hold. Now, you can see that we fell through that bottom, and the next level to watch out for was here. And here at 0.00745, it's not even the strongest resistance. We gotta admit the next real strong resistance is at 0.0059, which is at this little node of supply and demand, which is means that we could expect further downside. But to be honest, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to happen. I kind of like that, you know, we're showing a bit of strength here in the bullish sense. We're seeing a bit of a response, a lot of good volume, nice wick to the upside, a nice green candle to the upside. If we close this candle today, again, if we close this in a bullish stance in about 4 hours and 30 minutes, it would be a great sign that this bullish engulfing candle is suggesting that we're ready to move. Now, let's look at the momentum, because horizontally, we're in a very important state, especially if we close this candle above, using the previous bottoms as support would be super great. But if we look at all the other indications like momentum, let's use momentum. Let's put this lower for now. We'll look at the trend oscillator in a second. We'll make this a bit higher. We'll try to align these bottoms properly, and you can see that ultimately we're getting a divergence right into here. Lower lows on the price action. This is the daily, and I'm zooming in here on the daily because it's very important that we analyze the fact that the daily is still pushing down while the expansions to the downside are moving upwards. We made a higher low right here. The only thing that I would love to see for confirmation is the momentum get a bullish divergence. All we're getting is the expansions getting bullish divergence. Volatility's very overbought at the current moment. Now, it could be that we get an oversold volatility state, come back down, and then start longing again. So that would give me a bit of confidence here that what we are creating is a change of character of the structure. Change of character is what we are looking for now. So we're a bit ahead. We're staying one step ahead of the market. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because as of now, we do not make a higher high or even a higher low just yet. One may consider this a higher low. I wouldn't. I would still expect a bit of a dip or some sort of consolidation, because we still didn't even break trend, guys. We still didn't even break this trend stemming from all the way up there, right? So we kind of need to go sideways a little bit, maybe come up, get rejected up here, come back down, WL, do our thing, but an inverse head and shoulders is what I'm looking for. Adam and Eve pattern right here at the bottom. I'm looking for a W formation. I'm looking for you know, anything that's going to give me a signal that we're ready to form that bottom, but of course a bullish divergence on the RSI is what I need. At the current moment, all we're getting is a nice spike to the upside with regards to momentum. And then let's see what the bearish response will be. Let's take a look at the trend. The trend has been looking great. And this is not just for Joystream. Market-wide, the overall market's been showing a great trend reversal. We got multiple drives of bullish divergence. In fact, we tried to invalidate and it didn't really invalidate, so we're doing great. EMAs to the upside. You can see that green histogram bars pushing up. And we got 3 green dots after all of this, showing confluence in a potential trend reversal. And this is what we are looking for at the current moment, is a trend reversal. And of course, you guys know that I use price action a lot. Price action is king. So what we really have to understand is we're seeing the momentum oscillator and the trend oscillator give us a signal of a potential reversal, but the price action has not really given it to us yet. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something around here. Okay, I'm looking for something, right? It could take time, maybe exactly this long, who knows. It could be quick, maybe come to this level and start breaking trend and get a huge move. It could happen. I just feel like in this zone is where we should start building some confidence and confluence in this area to start DCAing and accumulating a position. So of course, guys, I'm going to keep you guys posted as I see things develop, but this is a scenario where you want to put it on the watch list. Of course, you have a CoinEx listing that's bullish, lots of volume coming in from there. Although it is a small exchange, we should see a change of state, because at the end of the day, you're getting a little bit more exposure there. We are in a contraction regarding volume. You can see that based on the volume right now, we could get an expansion any moment. And I would like to see what the weekly is looking like here for a second. Let's see what the weekly is looking like with regards to divergence. Let's see if the weekly is giving us a signal. You know, not really just yet, other than the volatility trying to push to the upside, guys. That would be super epic. We're not really getting any signs of major divergences on momentum either, and expansions to the downside are still there. So you know what, there's nothing really on the weekly. I think we're a bit early for potential reversal, but if we go on the 4-day, do we get anything happening right here? Divergence on the trend, no divergence really on the momentum. It could be, but not really, guys. It could be a class B bullish divergence or class C bullish bullish divergence, but nothing just yet. So guys, I think that we're there. I think that we're here. I think it's time to start deploying a bit of capital. So I'm going to be putting my money where my mouth is and be buying the dips all into here as I see confirmations in the price action, because price action is king. Guys, join me live tonight at 7:30 Eastern, where we talk about crypto news and price action, and we can go over the charts. Once again, if you have any projects you want me to cover, feel free to join and make those requests. I'll put them in top priority. If you want to follow me on the socials, feel free to join or follow me on the socials. The links are in the description below. Of course, the Discord, guys. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And don't forget, buy the dip.